What? Burgers and pizza, if there's just protein and energy, you can build muscle. So you don't have to eat a clean food to build muscle. A dirty food will build muscle. Coach Greg, and welcome to episode 5, where I have questions and answers. And remember, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There's only stupid answers. And I'll try not to give any. All right. Before I get into this, let me remind you, I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not giving out medical advice. I'm just going to tell you what I think or what I would do if I was in your shoes based on the information I get from the questions. Okay. Some of the questions are going to be easy to answer. Some of it a little bit longer. I'm going to try to go through as many as I can. Okay. Jay Baker asked, does this guy sound like the parrot from Aladdin? Am I right? Gilbert Godfrey does that voice, and I've been told many hundreds of times that I sound like him. I don't know. I listen to the parrot, and I don't think I sound like him, but others think so. Shut up! Oh, shut up, you moron! Shut up! Moronic, stupid comments. Stupid idiot moron and eat like a moron on the weekend and it's balance. I don't know why, whatever. That answers that. Laz asks, what is better, Anavar or S4? Which is more suppressive? Anavar is better. Anavar is more suppressive. No Mercy 8989 asks, can a tall guy be big and muscular while also being lean at the same time? I'm 6'4", and I always look at myself as being skinny even though I'm 220. So the answer is no, it's not possible to have any muscle or to look big or lean when you're tall. Just look at The Rock, who's also 6'4" and 250, 260. Clearly he has no muscle, he's not conditioned. So yeah, so forget it. So if you're over 6 feet, I wouldn't ever train. It's rather pointless. Cameron Brown 31 asks, why does your skin look so different on your abs now, bro? No disrespect. Was a beast still a beast? I'm 44 years old, and when I'm 54, the skin on my abs will look less, attractive than at 44. And when I'm 64, it'll look worse than 54. I'm not Mike O'Hearn, and I'm not wine, and I don't have alien DNA at this point in my life. I will deteriorate. My body will fall apart. When you're 20, you look amazing even if you don't work out. As you get older, you fall apart. Life sucks, whatever. Is it true endomorphs could get more out of fast-acting compounds like a prop or acetate than enanthate? Will there be a big difference using masterone prop versus masterone enanthate? Okay, so there's basically some different body types. So endomorph is like you're kind of fatter. Ectomorph is you're more shredded. Mesomorph is you're just more jacked and more muscular. We're all a bit of each of these on a spectrum, okay? To answer the question, no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you think.
It doesn't matter what your body type is. The esters, the esters, the ester. What's the difference? The faster ester is going to enter your system quicker than the longer ester. Use whatever you want. I hate fast acting, you have to shoot them more often. It's more annoying, I hate it. So that answers that. Jeff Lompre asks, a legit question, what's your preferred training split? Like the push-pull leg 6 days a week, 1 off, 3 on, 1 off, repeat. To me, it's the most enjoyable and body responds the best to it. Thanks. Okay, so I was on a 3-day split. I've currently switched it to a 4-day split because I wasn't recovering enough. Even though I'm not natural, I still couldn't recover anymore from doing all the cardio and dieting on a low-calorie diet, only 2,500 calories while doing over an hour cardio a day. It was just too much. So I do my whole body over 4 days, and then I do it again and again and again, and I don't take days off unless I really need to, which is maybe like once a month. So I do like legs one day, I do back another day, I'm doing chest and triceps another day, and everything else on the next day. So it's allowing me to like have an easier time in the gym because my energy levels are lower now that my body fat has dropped. Cellular Sweller asks, post-workout soreness. Is it good or bad for muscle growth? Does it slow recovery? Okay, it's kind of a loaded question. If you're sore, it means you train too hard in general, unless you're like super advanced and that you don't train very often. So my advice to you is, if you're too sore, you did too much, you need to hold back, you need to pull the reins in, less intensity, less volume, something. So don't measure success by how sore you are. If you're really sore, it will hurt your progress. Stimulate, don't annihilate. Don't absolutely crush legs in the gym and limp for a week. That's just too much. Tyler T asks, what about taking tests to recover from, I think he means to say shoulder injuries, not shooting. So anyway, don't add in testosterone to recover from an injury. In fact, stop your cycle if you get injured. If you're injured, it's not the time to add more and mask the injury and push even harder and get more injured. That is stupid to do. Stop what you're doing. Time to go on HRT or off your cycle. Hold back. And if you want to speed injuries from, don't use tests. Use maybe TB500, BPC 5157, MK677, growth hormone, these kind of things. And obviously, don't listen to me. Just see your doctor. But don't add tests to heal from an injury. Mass Ricio asks, hey Greg, can you eat clean all year round and put size on as you need clean quality food to build muscle? Pizza and burgers aren't going to build muscle, so what's the point of eating them? Thanks. So the answer is yes, you can eat clean, which I hate that term because I don't care if I drop my food on the floor, I'll still eat it dirty, whatever. But yeah, you can eat clean year round and still put on muscle. And this is stupid. He thinks that you can't eat a burger or pizza and build muscle. Burgers and pizzas build muscle? What? Burgers and pizza, if there's just protein and energy, you can build muscle. So you don't have to eat a clean food to build muscle. A dirty food will build muscle. So just forget that. Not saying you should eat junk food all the time, but certainly junk food still builds muscle. Dragon Suser asks, are test boosters the same as testosterone? No. A test booster is supposed to increase your body's production of testosterone, whereas testosterone is testosterone. Test boosters don't really work either. Kyrosic Dolo asks, hey Greg, in bulking, is it normal that my blood pressure is higher than while I'm cutting? What causes this? The more carbs or the higher sodium intake, the caffeine intake? The same as I did during cutting. Yes, when bulking, you're going to be gaining weight, so you're going to have more body mass, more size, more water, and the heavier you are, the more likely you are to have high blood pressure. When you're cutting, you're losing weight, and that's going to lower blood pressure, less fluid retention versus when you're bulking, more water retention. Sodium is a very minor consequential part of blood pressure. It's not really a big factor. However, anabolic steroid use would be, so if you're adding that into your regimen for bulking, that would certainly make a big difference. But adding the body weight makes a big difference. Anyone with high blood pressure, if you automatically drop your weight, even if it's from stupid dieting fads like OMAD, eating once a week or once every 2 days, or fasting, whatever, anything that causes you to lose weight is going to help your blood pressure. So just ask your doctor, get tested, see what's up. Jay Naraires or something, it's cut off. Yes, how do you know if you have fake GW or cardarine? I've read that some companies sub with pro hormones and other substances. They're not going to add pro hormones instead of GW. You just wouldn't add anything to it. How do you know? You don't know. You will not know. It is not for human consumption. It's not safe. Use it at your own risk. You don't know if it's fake or not. Alexis Calamoris, he wants to know, Mr. Greg, what's your take about Stan Efferding's vertical diet? Okay, So that diet is great for people looking on to pack on a lot of weight. For example, bulking off season. Those of you who have stomach issues or having trouble eating, like you're always full all the time. So it's very calorie dense foods that are easy to absorb. It's supposed to help you with your sleep and getting the food down, not being bloated and stuff, and helping with your hormones. So the diet is great for those looking to gain weight and get bigger. Strongman, power lifter, high-level athletes looking to mass up. Horrible, awful to get shredded. You'll be hungry all the time, and it is not sustainable on a diet. It's healthy, but you're going to starve yourself to death. You can't maintain single-digit body fat percents when you're starving all the time. Just ask Stephanie Buttermore. Repairer of the Breach wants to know, what should I take on the side of my TRT for more gains? I need something with little androgen and DHT conversion possible. I heard Anavar and Primos. Is there anything else? Any item on earth that builds muscle will add to your HRT or TRT. So every single thing you can name that builds muscle would add to your cycle. I would ask your doctor and be like, yo, can up the dose a little bit, Mr. Mrs. Doctor person. Because then you'll get more results and then you can keep being monitored. If you're not into doing that, you have SARMS that you shouldn't use. You have other steroids that may or may not be legal in your country. So basically, be careful. You can take orals to free up more testosterone. But generally, anything you add is going to make it stronger. Shredded Beast would like to know the effects of testosterone boosters for 15 and 16-year-olds. The effects are as zero. Paulo moves. Coach Greg, is it okay to take Dbol for just one cycle for bulking? You can do whatever the hell you want if it doesn't break the laws of your country. Should you? No. But can you? Yes. Will you add muscle? Yes. Then what will happen? Your tests will go down, you'll get suppressed, you'll make a ton of gains while on, and you'll lose a ton of gains after. Up to you what you're going to do. Chris J says, why doesn't my body composition change? Should I continue to cut or reverse diet? If your body composition hasn't changed, you can't continue to cut or reverse diet. What you're doing is you're on maintenance. If you're not losing fat, if you're not gaining fat, you're at maintenance. You might think you're cutting because you don't know how many calories you're actually eating, you don't know how many calories you're actually burning off, but if you're not changing, it means your calories are at maintenance. So what should you do? Start to cut, not continue to begin cutting. That means lowering calories or upping cardio. Just another guy who comments says, wait, if it's not 5 cals, they round it to 0? Yes, that's what they do. So when you see your nutrition label, mustard, 0 calories. I mean, have you ever looked at mustard? Mustard, protein, 0.2 grams. How can it have 0 calories if it has protein in it and carbs? It has calories. They are allowed to round it to 0. So if you squirt in an entire bottle of mustard and you think it's 0 calories, you probably added several hundred calories because it might be 4 per teaspoon, and they will make that serving size so small that you don't know. Same as those stupid flavor gods and all that crap that you put on your food, and you look at the ingredients and it's oil, sugar, maltodextrin, and you say 0 calories and the serving size is 1/4 teaspoon. I can't even see 1/4 teaspoon. You're putting on 20 tablespoons of sugar in your Greek yogurt to make it taste good, thinking it's 0 calories. You just doubled the calories and ruined your diet. That's what's going on. The food companies know this, and they trick you, and that's what they do. I don't have the guy's name. Question: how important is it to change workouts, and how often should you do it? It is not important to change workouts, and it is not important to change them often. It's in fact better to be consistent with a workout and to keep doing it over and over and get used to it. The opposite of, say, muscle confusion or do a different thing every day to keep your body guessing. That's so difficult to progressively overload because how do you know? If you don't know what you did last workout and it's a totally different workout, how do you know you're going harder? How do you know? How do you keep track? So the longer you can stay on a plan, the better. As long as you're making gains, why would you change what you're doing? Don't change or fix what ain't broke. So if your training program is giving you results and you enjoy it, do not switch it. Keep it going. However, once you get bored and you can't motivate yourself to go in, or your lifts are never changing, you're never getting stronger, that's the time to change and mix things up, because then you're bored and you won't push yourself as hard. You should enjoy what you're doing, find a workout program that you like, and stick to it for as long as you can and make progress. Okay, I should remind you, subscribe by pressing some buttons on this channel. Subscribe so that you can watch all my videos, not just one. Bell button, click that thing because it goes swoosh every single time that a video comes up, swoosh, and then you're notified, and then boom, you can watch it right away. You watch the video right away, then everyone else gets like a notification saying this video is cool, it's gonna go viral, and then more people watch it. You don't have to watch it, just play it, go poop, go to the washroom, go eat supper, just make sure it's playing, leave it there, and that's it. And if you can help by adding some comments, that would even be better, okay? GregDoucette.com, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's my website. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IFBB Pro. I'm going to bloop up another questionnaire here and another video there that's not a question and answer, just for some variety. And until next time, I am out.